What's up, Victoria? It's Victoria. Today, what I would like to do with you is I would like to put on a face of makeup to kind of just like mirror how I'm feeling right now, today, in this moment. There's a lot going on in the world, and there's always a lot going on in the world, but everything is feeling very heavy. And some days I feel like a fighter, and some days I feel like a crier. Sometimes I feel hopeless. Sometimes I feel like the bright future is just around the corner for all of us. And that's like what I hope, you know, hope core. Today, and for the last week or so, I have felt very tired and miserable. So I'm gonna do makeup that reflects that in today's video. And I just want to acknowledge there's like so many things going on. There's multiple genocides happening, the ongoing genocide in Gaza, the one happening in Sudan, in Congo. The people of Iran are rising up to fight for a better future. ICE is here wreaking havoc in America, stealing people away from their families, murdering people in broad daylight, and it's all feeling very heavy. But that doesn't mean I can't hold space for all of those things, because I think I have to. So today's makeup look is just going to be like a representation of how I'm feeling. So today, I encourage you, while you watch this video, if you feel like a fighter, to do intense makeup that makes you feel stronger. Or if it's just a normal face of makeup that makes you feel strong today, do that. If you're feeling sad and you want to follow along with what I'm doing with colors that you have, do that as well. This is the makeup tutorial for today, whenever this is airing in 2026. If you happen to be watching this in the future, when things have settled in the world, I hope you don't forget all of the things that are happening right now, and I hope you try to make sure that they don't happen again. I don't know how far this video will get into the future. I never know. I never know who's watching it. I can't predict what's going to happen in the future either. Just holding space for that, I guess. So let's get started. I already have a lip balm on. I'll put a different lip on later. I do have a new product that I'm going to show you, and I think it will work. Let's start with primer. I just washed my face, but I forgot to moisturize it upstairs. I just worked out. I encourage you to spend a lot of time with your favorite makeup right now, too. I'm going to be using some products that are like new to me. They kind of work better for the look that I'm going to be doing. But we're going to be doing some like, I mean, not the weirdest of stuff that I've ever done as far as makeup goes, but we're going to be doing some interesting stuff. So we're just going to like let that sit on my face for a second. So just letting the hair air dry. I'm hoping to film a couple videos, but the makeup look should turn out weird. That's kind of what I hope, because I feel like that's kind of just like the feeling right now is well, not the feeling, it's a feeling right now. It's one of the feelings that I'm feeling. I also did my taxes today, like a lot of questions arose from that. And it's funny because I do pay someone to do my taxes now, which is like such a luxury, by the way. Such a luxury. And they started asking me questions that I like did not know the answer to. I said, what form are you asking for? I said, these are all the forms I have. And then the person messaged me back and was like, oh, you don't need those forms, we'll handle it. And I said, right. I'm actually going to zoom you in a little. Something that I have clocked recently is that in my application videos, I have been like keeping it this far away, which I don't really want to. So let me zoom you in. I am trying a new hair product today. I got a sample. Have you guys heard of that brand Messy by like some person? Messy? I don't know. I think the brand is carried at Sephora. I think the whole thing is like, this is kind of like really easy hair product, which I think for the vibe right now is like perfect. With my current hair texture and my current hair length, I have not found a rhythm for it. So often it is pulled up, but I don't like the way it looks pulled up in videos all the time. I don't want to always wear it up. But then I realized I'm also home alone most of the time. So I'm like, who am I doing my hair for? And I don't see me most of the day. So I don't even feel compelled to do it for myself. And that's sad. My shoulder hurts today. There's a lot going on. There's always so much going on. Yeah, and then I guess the vibes are probably going to feel very weird in this video too. I think that's okay. We can sit in being unsettled right now. Look at that. This is why I love this primer. Look at it. My skin looks incredible. It's just the little magic touch. I'm gonna miss her when she's gone, and we're very close. We're gonna start with some concealer. I'm using the one from Make Beauty. I am using the shade 01 Fair End. They just did a shade extension. Buy this shade with caution. If you are someone who's fair, I don't think it's like a very good fair shade, but it is kind of neutral. Anyway, this doesn't have the most coverage, and we're not really looking for a lot of coverage. We want some of our natural skin to come through, because our natural skin is good. I want it to read pretty natural when all is said and done. Did I pull out another complexion product? I sure didn't. You know what? This is a perfect time for me to use the skin tint from Salt New York. I used the lightest shade, and I did buy this. It's so confusing. One of the things that I'm finding as a content creator very confusing is like, if I buy stuff and also get PR from a brand, I like legally have to tell you when I get PR from a brand and I'm featuring a gifted product. I feel that I have to do the equal but opposite whenever I've bought something from a brand I also get PR from, so that you know that there was like a investment in it. It's really crazy how these things work. So this is the Sneaky Balm, and I think the shade is like N13, or I don't know. I think it is something 13. I'm just gonna put that all over my face. Here's something that I'm like kind of learning about myself as times go on. And this could be like also just like kind of growing up and getting older as well. Used to really like enjoy red carpet looks, and like I would care about it in so much that I would like maybe sometimes share some of my favorite looks to my Instagram story. I like literally don't care. And like some of that I think is like, who cares whenever like there's a million things going on in the world, but it's also something that brings people joy. And so this like isn't to yuck your yum if that's like something that you like and pay attention to, but it is weird. Like I just like have no interest in it. I like love learning things, but I'm also kind of just like less interested in celebrity, I guess. Like I still like art and I still appreciate art. I don't feel compelled to like know about artists anymore. I think oftentimes that's a fool's errand. Like you're going to be let down at some point. And that's not to say like some of my favorite artists are, I think, doing the best that they can. It did seem like people liked the Grammys. I saw that Bad Bunny won, which is really nice. I haven't like paid a lot of attention to Bad Bunny's music, but I respect the art form. I respect what he does. Anyway, that's where we're at skin-wise. We're not quite done, so we're gonna do something weird. We're gonna take the lipstick shade M102 from Mob, just like that color right there. I'm gonna put it under my eyes. This was like kind of a trend for a while to like make your under eyes look more tired. I will never forget there was a girl who came into Sephora and she got paired up with me because she was like, I'm looking for something to make me look more tired. And I said, oh, that's so interesting. And so this is exactly what we did. We found like a cool, grungy, bruisey, like lipstick color. At the time, this would have been like 2020 or 2021, maybe. Oh, maybe 2020. Or maybe it was 2019. I don't know if it was like pre or post pandemic starting that this happened. But I just thought it was so funny because my manager was the one who greeted her and she got passed off to me. And I was like, no, you came to the right place. Let's figure this out, diva. I have not forgotten her as I sit here and do my makeup today. I'm just kind of like gently layering it on. I've done this before and I think it looks kind of chic. I wore this like this in a video a long time ago, but it wasn't an application video and no one said anything about it either. I'm gonna add one more layer of this. And then I am gonna grab a brush. I kind of want it to look Uncanny Valley, I guess. And then hopefully the brush doesn't diffuse it so much. I'm gonna go back in with the Sneaky Balm brush and just kind of pat out the edges. Not that it wasn't looking blended, but it was looking like not as concentrated in the area I want it. Like I don't want it going too far over here. cool. We're kind of going to like not bring as much life to the face as I like usually do. And I don't even bring the most contrasty kind of things to my face, but we're like going contrast negative. So like this is normally a part of the face that we would highlight. And so this is going to make my eyes look sunken. And I guess I could have like pulled it up here too. I think that would have also done it good, but I think it looks good the way it does. But we are going to contour today. This is my new product and it's from Westman Atelier. This is their new lightest shade in the Face Trace contour stick. When Biscuit was their lightest offering, I hated it. The color always looked wrong on it. I've seen so many people use it successfully and I just was like, what is the problem? And the problem is my skin is not deep enough and my undertones aren't right for that. And I don't know that they've completely nailed the undertones of this, but a lot of the times when I watch people contour with a bronzer, it always, like, it kind of like looks so natural sometimes because if it's just like slightly off, like color-wise from their skin tone, it does all of the contouring that you want it to, but then also looks super organic. And I'm not someone who like really needs my contour to look super organic, but the undertone has to be right. So this is definitely like warmer than my usual contour color, as you can see there. But do you see, like, I don't even know what to say about it, but do you see how it's like not far from my skin tone? Well, today I want it to make me look like gaunt is the goal. But I do want to contour like half of my face with it. And then I also will swatch my usual contour shades on the back so you can see how different it looks. I don't think it would work as a bronzer for me either. And I've used it a couple of times and what it's done to my face has been weird and I like it. So I am gonna just do face on the right on the face. Do you see how like it's like not that different from my skin tone? When this is like when I've watched Michelle Wong use the shade Biscuit, I feel like this is what it does for her. And it's like never worked that way for me. I'm gonna use this Make Beauty brush. I got this in PR. Do you see, like, like, it's just such a kiss of a contour. Like, so much more natural looking on my skin than Biscuit ever did. But, like, I would say probably looks even more natural as a contour shade than Intuition and Omen do. But, like, let me swatch those real quick for you. Here is Olay from Westman Atelier. That's what I just put on my face. This is Intuition, much more cooler and maybe a little less noticeable. And then Omen is right here. And I normally put Omen like in my jawline, but do you see like nothing on this side of my face? And then Olay just right here for right now. I'm gonna put it on more of my face. I'll do the more of this half of my face and then we'll check in. It's like, has like a little bit of yellow in it, but it's not like, it's not showing up orange or like completely orange, which is like what the problem with a lot of mainstream contours on the market do. It's weird because it's kind of like peachy almost, but then it works. I don't know that it would work for like everyone who has my skin tone, especially if you are very cool toned, but like it's weird and it works and I kind of like it. I don't know that it would become like my #1 contour color. And also, I think because the color's working for me, I'm liking the formula more. I always felt like Biscuit, even at its most blended on my skin, just didn't work or even look fully blended. But I think because this is closer to my skin tone, it's like the contrast is not as high. So this side of my face is contoured with Olay. And then nothing on this side. Interesting. I can definitely see that I've done something, but it's almost like undetectable. It's much less detectable than my other contours, but I don't even know if I would consider it a contour. Like if I was putting on a lot of makeup, like if I was doing like a full face of makeup, I don't know that you would notice it. Like I don't know if it would feel like a necessary step, but I think I like it on my neck a little bit more. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, so I actually, upon reviewing this footage, think that this looks not good on my skin. A thing that I have noticed sometimes is that what I see when I'm sitting in front of my bright light, and then what I see in the mirror in front of the bright lights, and then what I end up seeing on camera when I'm editing, and whatever my makeup looks like whenever I step away and like I'm in the bathroom or I'm out in public, when I do my makeup in front of this lighting. is that it can look completely different from experience to experience. And that's not to say that the colors that are showing up on camera are untrue. It's just like when you have bright lights kind of flashing in your eyes, it's like sometimes hard to see. The light can wash you out and in real life, but then it can still look normal on camera. So this might be something I return. I'm gonna play with it for like a couple more days, but like I think I just might return it because I'm not someone who returns makeup very often, but like it's not, I don't like the yellowness of it. When it's blended out, it just looks really yellow. It looks like a very yellow bronzer on me, but it's so weird because I feel like in person doesn't, I don't know, it's such a confusing thing. But I think I would never wear it on camera after seeing how it looks on camera. So I don't know, I'm gonna try applying it with a brush, not directly onto my skin, and that might change the way I feel about it, but it's looking that way. So I just wanted to update you that you're not crazy for thinking that it looks really present on my skin when I was like, you can barely see it, because you can certainly see it. I haven't like been really like interested in buying makeup even for review these days. I've gotten like quite a bit in PR, and I actually have a very exciting piece of PR on the way today. It's the brand, I need to like look up how to say it, but it's like the Mexican brand Aora. I wonder if that's how you pronounce it. I'm sure it's probably not how you pronounce it. It's a Mexican brand, and their like whole thing is sustainability. And they offered me like quite a bit of their catalog to try. And I did get their eyeshadow palette. It comes in like this interesting shaped metal pan thing, like palette. It looks pretty cool. I'm excited. I'm excited to try it. I know there are a couple Mexican brands. I think, again, there's the one that, I said Becky G owns a brand, and I don't know what the name of it is. Isn't it technically a Mexican brand? I don't know if the products are made in Mexico. I'm like fairly certain that like this brand's whole thing is like the products are like made in Mexico, and I think that's just like very cool. It's not, I feel like, representation, at least in the United States, that we like see a lot. So I'm kind of digging the vibe. That's Olay. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have any of you bought it? Any of you who like are generally interested in what Westman Atelier offers? You haven't seen comment in a while, and maybe my content wasn't doing it for him anymore. But Marco, he always had takes about Westman Atelier, but I don't think he's as fair as me. I think Biscuit always worked for him, but I'm interested. The whole contour line that they released, they added a bunch of shades to the contour line. Let me know if you have a skin tone deeper than mine. Some of those contours look like blush shades. Like there's one of the medium contours that looks just like pink. I'm wondering what you guys think of that. Okay, here's where we are so far on the gaunt, tired look. Am I pulling it off? Also, look at this. Trixie Cosmetics sent me this. Isn't that cool? BR. And I'm like, I think it's very slay, very slay. Let's put on some blush. Today, I'm going to be using Old Gum from Hannah Louise Poston's collection with Salt New York. This was PR. And the reason I'm going for Old Gum is that it's like desaturated enough to add a little bit of color to my cheek, but not draw attention away from like the contouring and my under eye. So like just a kiss of color. I like, not even really to bring life back in, but to just like add to the kind of like corpsey vibe I'm going for right now. Tired corpsey. For me on a normal day, like that's not enough blush, but for me today and today's look, for tired and haphazard, a little bit more. I think it is working. Guys, I've been being brave and bold and thinking about changing my blush placement a little bit. I know. Crazy stuff. I think I'm at the point where I'm going to powder. I'm just going to use the Givenchy translucent powder, the old formulation, and quickly put it all over my face. I don't want to use the pink one because I think it would just brighten things a little too much. So we're sticking with translucent. Cool. I'm gonna put Canvas from Hindash all over my eyelids. I just like literally before I sat down to start filming, he had posted that his father passed away. So very sorry for your loss, Hindash. If you're watching, I'm sending you a lot of love. I think putting this on is going to like blank out my eyelid to be a little bit uncanny valley as well. There's a natural flush on my eyelid. I'm not really bothered by the natural color of my eyelid. Like, I blank it out when I'm putting color on my lids, but like it's not like a concern of mine. I know that some people are concerned about that pigmentation. It's like not generally a concern of mine, but I think having something like that looks super perfected on my eye is going to look a little bit weirder, a little bit stranger, and add contrast to the under eye. Did I say this was PR? Is PR? There's a new shade of it, and the restock is coming. For those of you who are interested, I know that some of you are of Hindash's line, I'm fairly certain. And then because this creased on me last time I wore it, I'm going to throw down a little bit of powder on top of it just to set it. Okay, and then to add to the uncanny valley-ness of this, I'm gonna put on this purple eyeliner I got in PR. The last time I used this, it like was purple for a little bit, and then it kind of like, as it faded throughout the day, had a more reddish hue to it. And if I had a red eyeliner, I would just use red eyeliner, but because I don't know, for people with my skin tone, like that, putting red in the waterline is such a fierce, distinct thing to do. And I think on a more simple look, like what I'm doing today, I think it would really like register weird. And that's what I'm going for. It would register weird. So I'm going to put this in my waterline, and then I'm going to also buff it out both on the upper and lower lash line. Perfect. To finish off the eyes, I'm going to use this bleached mascara that I got in PR as well. Okay, we're looking weirder and weirder by the second. Going directly in line with my lashes and my like washed out lid except for the eyeliner, I'm going to put on this like corpsey lipstick. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me as always. The pinned comment will be reserved with links to support the causes I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Again, I will have 5calls.org. That will be the first link if you live in the United States. They have scripts for you to be able to confidently talk to your representatives about the things that matter right now. And I know that sometimes it can feel futile to call. I also know what it's like to have phone anxiety, but I don't think that either one of those things is an excuse to not try. So please take some time to look over the scripts, call about the ones that are important to you, and that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.